All right, I'm assuming you can probably hear me by now, but let's let me wait to confirm we're live here. All right, let's see. Okay, we are live. So, first of all, before we get into why we're actually doing Magnezone, well, remember to like the stream. And second thing is, this is a new mic, so I don't have all of the settings fully set up. Like, there's currently no noise gate, so you might be hearing like a little bit of buzzing or something in the back, or, you know, I don't have the settings fully optimized, but I think it still sounds better than the old one. Let me know what you think of the new mic. Better, worse, about the same? Can you not notice? Let me know. Okay. And yeah, and especially, you know, if you're watching the VOD, also let me know your opinions, because I'm trying to get feedback on this. I think it sounds quite a bit better from my testing, but you know, obviously what you guys think matters. The product is for you. These videos, you know, the creations are to be enjoyed by the viewers. So what I think, I mean, I definitely want to make something that I like. I care about what I think about what I produce, and I want it to be good. But of course, you know, your opinions are very much valued, so let me know. Okay. Now the other thing, scheduling. So you may notice, if you're here live, this is at a time, a very different time than I was previously doing. I am no longer in Asia, so we are kind of going to transition back to what it used to be a little bit. Okay, now let's talk about Magnezone. So with Magnezone, I've called Magnezone garbage a lot. Okay, Ham is H Jenkins 2841 with the 10, I think, New Zealand dollars, saying, "Take my money." Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I guess I have no choice, I suppose. I shall take your money. Thank you very much for that. Okay. There might be, apparently people can hear every breath, which makes sense. Yeah, I really got to set up a noise gate and do more settings, but you know, a bit of a trial run going on. Quite bassy. Okay. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Do you share it? Is it too bassy? And if so, how do I fix that? I'm not very good with audio stuff, to be honest. But yeah, I think hopefully this is better. But yeah, everyone, let me know the thoughts. So yeah, I've called Magnezone. Let's get on to the Pokemon here. I've called Magnezone garbage many times. I've talked so much trash about Magnezone. Reason being, yeah, I generally think it's garbage. So for example, people will put Magnezone on teams to trap like a Mega Scizor. And, you know, it'll have Hidden Power Fire, and it'll be able to get Mega Scizor. It'll be able to get, you know, Kartana and Ferrothorn. Like, it'll you know, it'll get a few things. It'll trap a couple Pokemon. But there are two problems. First of all, what if you don't have a matchup where you face something that you can trap? What if you don't see a Skarmory? What if you don't see a Ferrothorn? And there are a ton of games where you don't see anything you can trap. And then you're left with this Magnezone, which is just this Pokemon with lots of weaknesses. You know, like, not that like 70 HP is not great. 70 HP, 90 special defense, not great. 115 defense, obviously really nice, but Electric Steel, you know, that 4 times ground weakness, it's not an amazing defensive type. It's really not, and it's very slow. So you're just left with this largely disappointing Pokemon, even if you can trap something, and especially if you can't. So what I find to be the better method, basically every time is just pressure these defensive Pokemon that you struggle with. If your team struggles with Corviknight, you know, voice is booming. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Let me know if you hear that as well, and if so, how I can fix it. If someone's an audio person, I could use some help. It's been a struggle, to be honest, but I think it still sounds better, but let me know. Okay, so where was I? Yeah, so if your team struggles with Corviknight, right, you've got a lot of physical attackers that don't like Corviknight, I would say the better solution is almost always to put on pressure Corviknight, right? And I don't mean the ability, I mean offensive pressure. Like, for example, Hisuian Samurot's great at pressuring Corviknight because Corviknight's usually there to remove. With Samurott, you can knock off, you can use Razor Shell to lower Corviknight's defense, so you can almost always force chip damage on that Corviknight and remove its item. Then you maybe have another Pokemon like a speedy Swords Dance Kingambit. It's another thing that can pressure Corviknight very well. It can knock off. Is 3 a lot of weaknesses when they're very common types? Yeah. Yeah. It kind of is. Okay, so yeah, basically, I think almost, oh wait, this is OU, I'm in not, oh no, it is National Text. Yeah, it's almost always better to just put on pressure in a typical way. Add on like a Swords Dance Kartana that can force the Corviknight to take a ton of damage. You know, put on a whatever, like a Power Up Punch Mega Lopunny, like Swords Dance. I don't think it doesn't get that in National Dex, but you know, pressure those steals that are bothering Magnezone is the right approach. Yeah. So pressure the steals. You know, like if you have an issue with Melmetal, okay, maybe then you add on a lot of Pokemon that don't like Melmetal but can force chip on it, or you can put on like a Phytanium Z-Tapu Lite. Like basically, there are the short version. I'm going on a big rant because I keep getting distracted, but to synthesize this in a coherent way, what I would say is, while Magnezone can reliably stop a few steel types, even in those games after it does that, it's often not a good Pokemon. It's not a good Pokemon when you can't trap anything, and largely dealing with those steel types can be done much better by just considering them in your building and putting Pokemon in a team that force those Pokemon to take chip damage. And not only is that strategy of forcing those steel types to take damage just with Pokemon that kind of force them in and you know, can wear them down, not only is that better and often just as effective in those matchups, but it's also in those matchups where there is a steel type. When you don't face a steel type, now you're not burdened by this Magnezone. You have just actual solid threats that work on the team that are good Pokemon. So that brings us to the point, why the heck am I using Magnezone? Why am I doing this? I just ranted for like 10 minutes about Magnezone being terrible. I think I may have found a justification to use it. So a while ago, I did a stream with Iron Leaves, and it was really a while ago, and some of you will probably remember it went terrible. It went so bad, I just completely stopped using Iron Leaves and just moved on to play like some random team. Okay. So, Jazz Girl here, your mic would sound better with... I don't know what that is. Okay, anyway, I'll read the comments later, and I'll try to figure out this later. I'm gonna stop talking about the audio stuff because it's gonna distract me too much. Okay, let's refocus on the Iron Leaves. So I tried Iron Leaves, and it just went terrible. And the reason for that was Kingambit. What I really wanted to do was be clicking Choice Band Psyblades with a Cork Drive boost. This just sounded so good. I'm like, oh, it's a fast Pokemon. It's gonna be super strong. It's got all this great coverage. Then reality hit me. And reality's name was Kingambit. Kingambit is just an absolute nightmare for Iron Leaves because it can just switch in, it can Sucker Punch to outspeed you, and if you lock into Psyblade or anything, it can Pursuit Trap. So I tried ways of getting around Kingambit. I could do like a substitute set, but it just wasn't good. The vision I had with Choice Band was really what I was excited about, and then I realized, okay, Kingambit has Pursuit in this format, and I just forgot about that, and that completely ruined the strategy. And we've had similar problems with Kingambit, with Alolan Raichu, right? It's kind of faced a similar issue. So then this is when I had the thought that maybe Magnezone would be good, because Magnezone, particularly with Choice Spec, we might end up going with Choice Scarf because it can still do a ton of damage to non-Assault Vest Kingambit, but Choice Spec's Magnezone kills every Kingambit, including Assault Vest, most likely. Choice Spec's Rising Voltage absolutely destroys super duper one-shots Kingambit. And on top of that, I think, with that insane level of power, maybe Magnezone can actually be a decent Pokemon in its own right. So the idea is we can try to use some of these very rarely seen Pokemon, like Iron Leaves, like Iron Boulder, like Raichu, kind of these more niche electric terrain Pokemon that might be really good. And I suspect the reason these Pokemon are so niche is largely because Kingambit destroys them, which is a very common Pokemon. So in this team, maybe Kingambit will kill one Pokemon with Pursuit, maybe, but then Magnezone can come in, hit them with the big Rising Voltage. And if we don't face a Kingambit, okay, great. That's happy news. A lot of these Pokemon are fine with that. They like that. So that's the idea behind this team, is that having Magnezone here, it might, the fact that it gets Rising Voltage, and it will be, obviously it's going to be an terrain extender Tapu Koko. The fact that it gets Rising Voltage might make it strong enough to make it a real threat and a decent Pokemon on an average game. And if we do face, a Kingambit, it's going to be able to take it out after maybe one of these Pokemon dying. The other part to this working, the other kind of aspect of this that gives me hope is maybe these Pokemon are super underrated. Like Iron Leaves, Alolan Raichu, Iron Boulder. With Tapu Koko around, are these Pokemon that would thrive if it weren't for Kingambit keeping them down? Maybe, maybe not. We're going to find out today. It's a bit of a long shot. I feel like there's probably more that makes these Pokemon not great. Maybe we play with Iron Boulder and it's just not very good. Even if we don't face Kingambit, it's just not very good. But this is basically the idea. Electric terrain makes Magnezone better, and it takes out the big major Pokemon that annoys so many of these guys. And obviously, it does some other stuff too, right? Like Iron Boulder will really appreciate Mega Scizor being dead. It really will. Iron Leaves will appreciate Ferrothorn being gone and Corviknight being gone, right? So this is I feel like there might be enough synergy here and enough inherent strength in Magnezone that just maybe this kind of electric terrain team full of the misfits can work. Do I think it will? Probably not. Magnezone, I'm still thinking no. But I think there's a real shot. So let's get into it. Let's look at this here. I would love to fit on Iron Leaves, Iron Boulder, and Raichu. I don't know if it's possible. There are definitely some big issues with this. Weirdly enough, the only unresisted type is Ghost. So that's actually pretty good. I thought it would be a lot worse. I don't think we're going to be able to fit in a Ghost Resist. What I'm pretty sure our last slot is going to be is an Iron Treads. Iron Treads is just so tough to turn down on these electric terrain teams. It's really tough to turn down. The problem with this is, I'm looking at this team, if Kingambit clicks Swords Dance, that's game. That's game. So that's not going to work. Yeah. It says, I think Iron Boulder will do all right, but I'm still skeptical of Leaves. I feel like Leaves is actually the best abuser here, but I definitely could be wrong. But I feel like Leaves is actually going to be pretty fire. That's my prediction. Yeah. It says, I like Boulder with Life Orb. Maybe I was thinking Choice Band, but maybe. Yeah, this is the trouble. Like, I'd love to run Iron Treads here, but then King Gambit just wipes us off the face of the earth, which is not so great. Is CB the best item on Iron Leaves? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe Life Orb would be better. Great Tusk matchup is really bad. Yeah, that's true as well. That's true as well. It's like a we lose to list. We lose to King Gambit, which the King Gambit issue is very much mitigated by the fact that we have a Magnezone, but we can't just, like, right now, King Gambit Swords dances, everything dies to Sucker Punch except Tapu Koko. Oh, we got Bognor in chat. Great to see. Nice to see some of the familiar faces now that the timing has normalized a little bit. King Gambit, Grey Tusk. Yeah, Grey Tusk is pretty bad. Not fun. Honestly, Landorus as well. I feel like we have to drop. We have to drop something here. But like, I really want to run these 6. It'd be great, but yeah, I'm looking at it. It just doesn't, it's not going to be possible. Yeah, like Ival helps. I see the vision with Ival, but it's like, over what? I don't want to replace anything, but I feel like we have to. Maybe Raichu. Maybe Raichu. But that's sad, because I like Raichu. Ival over Boulder solves a ton of issues. Yeah, let's okay, here's what I'm going to say. Well, okay, let's first make a more complete we lose to list. So yeah, Landorus, Great Tusk. Okay, Ival. Yeah, like a choice Scarf Landorus is devastating here. So I feel like maybe we need, well, no, but we really don't want to run Ice Spinner on the treads. Maybe we do need, I hate running booster speed, Ival. I love modest choice specs. It's so fun, but yeah, no, but I think we need booster speed Ival here. I think it's just better. It works better with the team. So yeah, how about some matches and then kicking out the one who's lacking the most? I get that, but then it's like, we're playing with a team we know sucks and might just lose to certain things. So like, I'm not thrilled with that idea either. Yeah, Raichu. Let's go fake electric terrain. Yeah, that's the move. Although actually that is another idea I've had, is like expanding force Alolan Raichu with like both Tapu Koko and Tapu Lele. But like, that's probably bad, but it sounds funny, does it not? I mean, come on. Anyway, would you run Vacuum Wave on Ival? No, I wouldn't. I would not run that on a booster speed Ival. Is Lele not an issue? Kinda. Tapu Lele kinda. Rillaboom kinda. I mean, they're not that bad. I feel like we've got quite a few resists and Pokemon that can take it on. But like, yeah, Scarf Lele is never going to be fun for these kinds of teams. That's for sure. Specs Lele, not as big of a problem. Scarf Lele, pretty much always the bigger problem. But I think we have enough resist for that if we play well. Yeah, I think we have enough of that. Magnezone can switch in on Scarf Lele as well, which is nice. Ooh, could it's expanding force Ival if you do double terrain. Okay, this is kind of okay. I'm writing this down. That's a good. Who had that idea? Who had the expanding force Ival vision? GMCK1398. I feel like you've had a few good ideas. Thank you for that. Yeah. Okay. Expanding force. I don't know. This might be bad, but it seems cool. But anyway, okay, let's refocus on today. Let's refocus on today. Someone, all right. Hat Ruck is not a fan of Alola. Raichu is the GOAT. Let's get that straight. But yeah, I think it makes the most sense. The reason I'm replacing Raichu is not because I don't think it's good, but because I've used it before. We recently did an Alola stream. I feel like I have a good understanding of its capabilities. I want to try Leaves and Boulder and see if they're up to the test. Ivel does get Expanding Force. Yep, check that out. It does indeed get Expanding Force. Are we not worried about low kick? So no, we're not worried about low kick because Magnezone outspeeds and one-hit KOs. We're not switching Magnezone in necessarily to the Kingambit. Probably something's going to die first. Or I mean, yeah, like we can't be switching into the Kingambit. That's not the plan. We could like bait it to Iron Head on the Ival or something, but yeah, generally it's going to be it's not going to be switching directly in. So I'm thinking we go Volt Switch, and then like I'm tempted to go like Flash Cannon or Steel Beam is kind of the question. I feel like probably just Flash Cannon. I don't think we need Steel Beam. And as far as the Hidden Power, I'm actually thinking we go Hidden Power Ice here, which it's a bit wacky, but obviously, I mean, killing ground types, always nice. Yeah, so people saying, I don't respect Iron Boulder. Yes, I agree. I don't respect Iron Boulder either. I think it probably gets replaced, perhaps with Alolan Raichu. But I haven't tried Iron Boulder ever. So let's give it a try, and we'll see. Because if we put Alolan Raichu on, we know it's going to be awesome because it's an Alolan Raichu. Let's give Iron Boulder a chance to show us what it's got. And then if it's not good, we can change it. Always try to go with the option you doubt first in building because, then it's easy to transition. Whereas if you go with what you know will work, you're probably not going to remember to try that other thing you thought of. Okay, Serp is legal? No, I don't think Serperior. I'm not too worried about the stall matchup. I mean, that's a foolish thing. You should always be worried. But I feel like we have a lot of really powerful breakers here. Like this will be an attack boosting Iron Leaves, which is theoretically just about the worst thing ever for stall teams. Yeah. Okay. And please do like the stream. We've got like 140 watching and 31 likes. I'd really appreciate it. I'm trying to remind people that this is the time for these. Okay. So let's go over this. So Magnezone set, I'm thinking we need choice specs because I want to reliably kill Kingambit. Choice scarf sets, you face a max HP Kingambit, you might not kill it. And, it's also just, it's strong. It can kill Gliscor this way. We need to go timid because a lot of Pokemon try to outspeed Kingambit, including still like Mega Scizor, for example. We won't be able to trap that. Even some Corviknight, some Skarmory, so we want to be fast. Rain matchup is tough. That is very true. Rain matchup here is absolutely dire. Yeah. Yeah, no. How did we deal with rain with the last, or did we even deal with rain? Was this it? Was it the Mega? Okay. No, this was the... Yes, this team, I guess we dealt with rain with Raging Bolt plus Wash Tom. So... Yeah. Oh, we don't have anything for Shedinja either. Yeah, Shedinja's going to be rough. I don't know. That's a good point. Maybe we have like Throat Chop on the Iron Leaves because people will be bringing Shedinja against me, I'm afraid. can go Throat Chop and then Wild Charge. I think that fixes the shit ninja problem. As far as the rain issue, yeah, no, rain is good game basically. Trying to think if there's anything we could do. No, I mean a Barraskewda, right? Like that's, it just clicks flip turn and picks up kills, and we can't let Iron Leaves ever. I mean, yeah. Some rain teams don't have Barraskewda. I mean, we can check. Let's see. What is Pella prepared with? Yeah, Barraskewda. Okay, Barraskewda is actually quite a ways down, only 18%. And we can outspeed Mega Swampert, I believe, with Boulder and I don't think maybe Ivel. Let me check this. Wait. Rain. Okay, Jolly. +2. Yeah, okay, Ival comfortably outspeeds. So I think I know we're going to instantly queue up into a Barraskewda rain team, but it seems like actually against most rain teams, we're probably going to be okay. But yeah, we can't cover every matchup. Throat Chop on Iron Leaves seems a little bit crazy, but I honestly think it's not that bad of a choice because that'll help us get past Goldango as well, which is obviously super common because this is Natdex OU. It's everywhere. I find stream snipers annoying a little bit because, I mean, you can never make a team that's like, I'd say there is some value in stream snipers. It's a good question. Some Harry Shell asked, like, you know, have you been playing Showdown so long that stream snipers are healthy and revealing holes for the team? And that's actually a good way of thinking about it. Honestly, that's probably a healthy perspective to have. I appreciate you sharing that. I think let's go. But yeah, I think that's, you know what, that's a good point. But I mean, it's obviously still frustrating, especially it's frustrating when it's like really ridiculous hard counter teams. What if we ran Sunny Day on Coco? Okay, someone says you don't need Throat Chop because Iron Boulder hits Shit Ninja with Cleave. Yeah, well, no, because it's like, but then Iron Boulder just gets walled by like Dondozo. We need Leaves to really put pressure on the entire team. Okay. Hidden Power Ice. We could go Taunt. We could go Dazzling Gleam. We could do a lot of stuff. I feel like let's go Taunt. I feel like that can irritate people a lot. Could go Defog as well. We have so many grounded Pokemon. I'll put Defog Coco on as like a possibility. And it does not remove our terrain, by the way. It removes opponent's terrain. But we'll start with Taunt, and we'll see how we like it. Also, I feel like Bulky Coco should be considered. Which sounds crazy, but like maybe like Bulky Roost would be good. We should probably try that soon, actually, because you know what I always say, try the thing that you don't think will work. But that one I'm pretty sure won't. So we'll start standard and test that later if we're having success with the rest of the team. I'm fully on board with just going attack here. I do think we want Jolly. 337 is a really nice speed tier. Dozo can't recover in E-Terrain. Yes, that is so true. Oh my gosh. Right. I forget that every single time, you know? Yeah. No, that's a super good point. Does this Ival kill Mega Swampert? No, but like it does a lot of damage to the point where Iron Boulder can finish it off. No, I don't think that Fear Stream was a sniper. I don't think that loss on the Fear Stream was a sniper. I don't think so. It was unfortunate, but I don't think that was a sniper. Like you're going to have really unfortunate matchups sometimes. And that team seemed pretty well constructed and sensible. It could have been, but I don't think it was a sniper. I generally want to err on the side of saying they're not a sniper, because I tell people obviously like don't like harass anybody, but it doesn't really fit. Like if you accuse someone of being a sniper, that's kind of bad. And I've got a lot of people watching either these live or VODs now, so I think I gotta be a bit more careful. I'm sort of getting used to a bit still the being a larger YouTuber. It's still a bit of a foreign concept to me. Not like larger is an overstatement, but my voice in the competitive singles community is definitely heard. So I want to try to not, give anyone a bad reputation who's innocent. I'd rather declare many stream snipers to not be stream snipers than have someone who wasn't a stream sniper be considered one, because that would really suck. And I'd feel, so let's assume there aren't stream snipers unless it is comically obvious. Like the person who ran a 5 Pokemon team with like an Iron Head Cinderace to kill Diancie turn 1. Like that was a comical stream snipe, and that particular user had a pattern of stream sniping. Okay. Let's see. We got this. We got Magnapole on that. We got the Choice Band. We've got the Iron Valiant with the Life Orb mixed set. We can maybe change it up later. This seems like a good start, though. We've got Iron Boulder. Let's go Choice Band on this. I want to just try Double Band because I really like spamming moves with no immunities. So we'll try Mighty Cleave. I think Mighty Cleave is contact for some reason, isn't it? So let's go Psycho Cut just for the non-contact. Close Combat is kind of a no-brainer. And I guess it's got to be Earthquake last. Yeah, I don't think anything else. Could be Quick Attack. That could be interesting. Let's start with this and see how no priority. No, actually, would it be crazy to run Quick Attack on this? Let's make a list of some possible changes. Okay, so I would say Booster Attack Boulder is a possibility. Booster Speed Leaves is a possibility. We got to consider the rain matchup, though. That would make that worse. Defog Coco. Bulky Roost Coco. And I think those are the main ones we've got now. I don't really want to go through the whole process of making a we lose to list. We'll kind of just figure it out. Can't even switch into Zard Y or X. Iron Boulder can, not really. Yeah, no, we can't really switch into this. But also, do we need to? It's a very offensive team. I think it might be okay. Z move on anything? I don't think so. Yeah. No, Pop Filter. That's true. Let me write that down to order one of those. I had one on the old mic, but not one that fits this. Yep, streams are returning to Thursday nights. Okay, so we got the Iron Boulder. We'll start with that. Oh, no, I forgot the big note, which is Quick Attack, Iron Boulder, which would make more sense in the Booster Attack. Okay, so I was thinking with this one, we go Earthquake, Rapid Spin, Stealth Rock, and because we're going Air Balloon because we need a ground immunity, we wouldn't get the boost if we went with Supercell Slam. So I wanted to try Stone Edge on this. Recently saw this on a team that was submitted for the replay review video, which, speaking of which, yes, I know that video is very much delayed. I'm working on it. No T-Spike Absorber. Yeah, we've got... That's true. I think we're just going to have to go with offensive pressure for that one. But that's tough. That's tough because, the Sableye. I think that's a point in favor of D. Let's go Defog Coco. That might save us, because these spin blockers can be nasty sometimes. So let's go with the Defog Coco. That'll help with that. I hope you face Charizard Y each match. Thank you, Downo2. I appreciate it. As always, your support is really valuable and heartwarming. I think we can beat Zard-Y if we face... I mean, like, let's see. Outspeeds and kills, outspeeds and kills, outspeeds and kills, or with terrain up at least. Outspeeds and kills. I think it does. Well, no, the Ival and Coco, I don't know if they one-hit KO. Iron Leaves, Iron Boulder, and Treads all one-hit KO. So I don't think we're having that much of an issue with the Charizard Y. Taunt SD Boulder can work. I think probably not. Like maybe Life Orb Swords Dance just for like that immediate power. I mean, we'll experiment. I think it's time to just get into games though. I think this is pretty good. I think we are where we want to be. Crazy that I have not a single... These are all speed boosting. Every single nature on this team is speed boosting. A weird, rare, lacking greed moment from me, honestly. Almost disturbing, if I'm being honest. The Iron Treads is for hazard support. I mean, we need Stealth Rock, and Rapid Spin is a lot better than Defog, especially with our... We don't want to count on Tapu Koko as removal, right? That's our terrain setter. We don't want to take unnecessary hits on that Pokemon. Okay. All right, we got some people hoping for my failure and a lot of bad matchups. Appreciate that, I guess. Okay. I think we're ready to go. Yeah. All right, let's do it. All right. What? Okay. So, like, yeah, this is 100% a stream snipe, for example. Like, what we have here is a completely undoubtedly a stream snipe. Like, not in the sense that it's like, not in the sense that it's like someone trying to counter team, but like definitely I think this person was trying to queue up into me. They say, I was watching your stream, big fan. Like, yeah, I don't think, and they said they're going to close it. But yeah, like very obviously they were, you know, I think attempting to queue up because, I mean, yeah, there's not much I need to say. Okay, so we're pretty low on ladder, which, yeah, I tried to do some more fear laddering and it did not go so well. Thanks. Okay. So we're facing a mirror matchup, which tells us it's this. There's no way a mirror matchup can really yield useful information about the quality of a team, but it can show that I'm the better player, which I believe I am. So we are going to lock in, and we're going to win this. I think the determining factor of this game is going to be who plays Iron Crown better, because that is the fastest Pokemon. So I think that's going to be the determining factor of this game. Who wields the bolt, excuse me, the iron, did I say crown? We don't even have that here. Although that is something I should have considered, because that is another Pokemon that really likes Kingambit being gone. So do I have time? Yeah, we got time. Let me open up the scratch pad here. Iron Crown somewhere. A nice choice specs booster special attack set seems pretty nice. Okay. Yeah, so it's going to be about who utilizes Iron Boulder better. Could be over Iron Leaves as well. The Iron Crown. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be about Iron Boulder. I'm kind of tempted to lead Iron Boulder, but I don't think that's the best move. I think the best move is to lead with Iron Leaves. Yeah, I think Iron Leaves is the better move. I'll put the huge. Let's start off with Leaves. Okay, opponent had the same thought. Let's go for the Throat Chop. Okay, how did that happen? How did that kill? Oh, no, they won the speed tie and then I guess got a higher, yeah, because it's 0 HP. Okay, so they won the speed tie and got the 40% roll. Sick. Okay, let's, how do we do this? Okay, next plan, I think we go into Ival here, and I'm thinking we go for the close combat. Is probably, yes. Well, not just, speed tie bad luck was not too big of an issue. The 40% roll and the speed tie was really not great. Okay, in comes the, I mean, at this point, right, I lost speed. We've got to go for the Moonblast. I can't afford to be, we had obviously like the worst possible turn one. I cannot afford to play safely. We need to go for the speed tie. Okay, we got that. That's big. That's really big. That's really big. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying. Okay, leaves, enters. Our knockoff here is not going to do it, even against the 0 HP. I mean, we could click it anyway. I think Magnezone is the better play. Psyblade, yeah, okay. So, I mean, we could just Flash Cannon and incoming Iron Treads. Could also make a prediction double to Iron Valiant here. I'm thinking let's just Flash Cannon. I don't want to overpredict. Okay, so we go for that. I think I'm just going to click it again. I think my Iron Treads is a little bit obvious here. Okay, cool. Now here, I'm really tempted to go into my Treads. I don't think that's a good play, though. I don't think that's that good of a play. But then, you know, can I afford? Let's go for the Flash Cannon here. Okay, it is just an Earthquake. Go into my Treads. I think I have to Earthquake, or do I Rapid Spin here? I mean, then we risk a speed tie. I think I Earthquake. Okay, they won the speed tie, which is unfortunate, but yeah, if I were to risk it next turn, it would be super risky. They probably go into Boulder here and just click CC. I think I maybe go into Tapu Koko. Leaves comes in. Okay, so I can choose to Rapid Spin here, remove hazards on both sides, and then die to, almost certainly just die to a close combat. I think I'm going to say CC here is very likely. So what I want to do is, it's going to be, let's get the right set in here. Choice band, which will do, it'll do a chunk to Iron Valiant, for sure. If I were to go into Ival, what would I click next? Probably, I'm going to say Moonblast. Maybe knockoff. Let's go into the Iron Valiant here. I'm almost certain this is going to be a close combat. I don't expect any reads. There we go. And here, knockoff is a kill. I think they've been playing this game like very, I'm going to say like obvious. They haven't really made any plays, so I'm just going to go for a Moonblast here. Okay, Zone enters. We'll go for a CC. I don't really feel the need to make any predictions. It's probably going to come down to a speed tie, but maybe not. If I can chip the Iron Leaves and then get a Rapid Spin off with Treads, that could be an angle. Boulder enters, yeah. So, okay. This is kind of interesting. I'm thinking it'll probably close combat here. I'm wondering, can I go Tapu Koko and take, yeah, 2% chance to a KO. So I think the right play here is probably Tapu Koko, but let me check if Iron Boulder dies to another Iron Boulder CC. It does not. Okay. So I believe then my play here is Tapu Koko, and we can eat this close combat. Earthquake comes out. Okay, that actually makes a ton of sense. I don't know why I didn't see that. I have no idea why I didn't see that one coming. I guess I'm in my head. Tread still has its air balloon. That was a bad speed tie to lose. Okay, it's going to come down to a speed tie here. I mean, they might go into their Iron Leaves, but it'll just end up being a speed tie anyway. So let's EQ. I mean, let's see what happens. Remember to like the stream if you're enjoying the intense mirror. Okay, and that's it. We win. I mean, is that engaging gameplay? I don't really think so. I'm not a fan of mirror matchups, but there it was. There we have it. How much is it doing with Mighty Cleave to this? 70. Okay. Yeah. So then what we do here is, I think we sack Ival. Yeah, I think we sack Ival here. See what they go for. Wild Charge. Okay, that makes this, I think, easy. Because then I just go into Treads. Yeah, we just go into Treads. And then, how much is Mighty Cleave doing to Tapu Koko? I'm trying to think, do I Rapid Spin here or do we just Earthquake? I think I just Earthquake. I don't think there's any point in removing hazards. Like I don't see a world where that does anything. So let's just Earthquake. I don't think it's lame to copy the team and queue up. I mean, they might not have even known they were high enough on ladder to face me. Like let's try not to be mean about this. Right? Like all good. Yeah, they wanted to test out and give ideas in chat. Like I believe that. Like let's not be mean. Okay. Earthquake. I think Earthquake guarantee does enough that Mighty Cleave will kill afterwards. So let's go for the Earthquake. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Now Mighty Cleave will super kill. Yeah, I mean, a game came down to speed ties. Not a fan of hyper offensive mirror matchups in particular. I feel like can be kind of a joke. But let me just like make sure I'm not going crazy here. Yeah, Mighty Cleave super kills. GG. You too. Let them have a nice one as well. All right, that's game one. I mean, a win's a win. I'm going to turn on the lights in my room because it is super dark now. Okay, I can see again. So this seems like a Psyblade kind of game. / Psycho Cut. Magnezone can trap the Ferrothorn, I believe. It doesn't bode well for this team that it lost the first game, SMH. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay. I don't love Garchomp. Yeah, this is a bit awkward. Like, what do we lead? Let's maybe lead. Let's lead Coco. Let's do it. Okay. All right. I'm down to U-turn. We can maybe get a read on what set this is. Okay, almost kind of wanted to see Rocky Helmet there. Oh, okay. So this is a specially defensive one, which is going to make Rising Voltage a bit of a challenge. But let's try. You know what? Honestly, we only live once. Let's try it. Okay, this isn't gonna work. We can still try, but I think with the knock, we're just okay. This is why I think Magnezone is terrible. But at the same time, I mean, this is not really what it's meant to be fighting. Maybe that is a 1 point for Hidden Power Fire though. Put that on the note. Let's go into Ival here. So this Pharaoh will die to this close combat. This is a very specially defensive Pharaoh, so I'm going to go for the Moonblast here. And it looks like we fortunately do indeed catch the Zapdos. We did a ton of damage there, so that's good to see. And I feel I can absolutely just Moonblast again, and Zapdos goes down. Awesome. Good news. Happy to see that. Lele comes in. This is where we let the Magnezone die. We can find out it's set. That's valuable. Okay, that killed. I think that confirms Choice Specs. Okay, good. If Choice Scarf had a chance to kill there, I don't even know. I'd have some very strong words for Magnezone. I think we can rapid spin here. Get rid of the spike. Okay, Earthquake does, because has 0. This is fully specially defensive, I'm pretty sure. This is sassy. Earthquake does a pretty decent chunk. I mean, it doesn't do a crazy amount, but I think we go for it. I think it does enough that we go for it. Okay, just going for spikes again. Interesting. I'll go for another Earthquake here. Leech Seed. This one I want to spin because I can remove Hazard and I remove Leech Seed. It's a nice little combo. A lot of people don't know that does remove Leech Seed as well. Fun fact for you. I think I Stealth Rock before I go for the finishing blow with Earthquake. Okay, let's Earthquake now, and then whatever comes in next, I think we just rapid spin. Yeah, I think we just, unless it's Garchomp, that I'd click Earthquake against. How often do I run into fans on Showdown? Pretty frequently. A lot of people I run into say they're fans, which is really cool. I like it. Yeah, we get rid of the 2 spikes for sure. Absolutely the play here. Earthquake wouldn't do that much anyway, thanks to Terra Shell. Terrapago's also going for the spin. I mean, I'm worried it's like Groundium or something dumb, but I think let's go for the Stealth Rock again. I think we'll probably just die. Okay. All right. I respect that. I'll Earthquake this time. If they predict, they predict. Okay. Good read. Fair enough. We can go Leaves here. Leaves will survive everything pretty handily. And I think we can just Psyblade. Looks good. Yeah. I mean, let's just check the Treads damage to make sure this isn't bulky. Yeah, Earthquake did about what was expected. Let's just go for Psyblade. Good reads from my opponent, though. Yeah, okay, critical hit is definitely annoying there. That could end up being significant if this is a Scarf or Shifu, which it almost certainly is. So that really sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. Okay, Ival, do you live? Do you survive? Let's see, buddy. Okay. Yeah, probably not well. Tapu Koko, let's check in with you. How you doing, Coco? You survive. Okay. Here's what I think. I think we need... okay. I'm trying to think if we have enough turns with Iron Valiant here. So I'm thinking if we go Tapu Koko, we survive. We sack Iron Leaves. Then swap in Iron Valiant. Moonblast. Probably Garchomp gets sacked. Then Tapu Lele comes in. Then I think I just stay in. How much is Iron Boulder doing with a Psycho Cut to this? Likely to kill. Okay, I think, or then, no, but would I not then sack Iron? Okay, hold on. I'm just trying to plan out the end. So I go Tapu Koko here. I hopefully survive the Surging Strikes, because you surely wouldn't go into this if you're not Scarf. So I go into Koko. I survive the Surging Strikes. I sack Iron Leaves. I go Iron Valiant. I Moonblast as the Garchomp dies. The Tapu Lele comes in. Then I... Okay, then the Tapu Lele comes in. Then I think I sack Iron Boulder. Then I go Tapu Koko and Thunderbolt. Then I go Iron Valiant and Moonblast. I think that's a guaranteed win, unless something horrible happens. So okay, let's go Tapu Koko here. Let's see. Okay, yeah, we definitely lived that. Cool. Then we sack Leaves. Okay, yeah, 1, 2, 3. All right, down you go. I think my opponent's best play here is to sack Garchomp, I'm pretty sure. If they go Lele, that's great. That makes things easier. I think that makes things easier. Yeah, I think that does. Okay, they went Tapu Lele, so I think that makes things easier for us. So yeah, we've seen that this is choice specs from the damage. So we can just Moonblast. Oh, they sack. Okay, yeah, wow. I was doing all this, like, I gave my opponent a lot of credit that they evidently did not necessarily deserve. Because they didn't play that endgame really I was planning for them to kind of play it optimally, and they made it pretty easy for us. So by sacking Tapu Lele, I mean, we can now just Moonblast. Yeah, I mean, they might have Aqua Jet, but that's not going to kill. The reason to keep Leaves was just so we could have a sack. Because if we sacked Leaves, then went Tapu Koko U-turn or something like that, that allows their Tapu Lele to switch in on the Tapu Koko, which we don't want. Okay. Cool. That's the second win. The Iron Boulder was okay. That game. I mean, like, it didn't do anything, but it was sitting in the back and it was sitting, just standing there menacingly, as they say. And I think it did well with that. But yeah, we'll consider Hidden Power Fire. I'll add that to the notes. We got to consider Hidden Power Fire on Zone. Or I'll write it out. Yeah, because just getting destroyed by that Pharaoh was not great. Since I was watching this on my commute back, hopefully on like a train or something, right? Make sure to drive safely. But yeah, glad you're enjoying this. Okay. This looks like a good game for clicking Psyblade. I like this. This is good. Okay. Yeah. All right. Treads looks like not a bad lead. Not a great lead, though. I think I might just want to lead with Tapu Koko, get terrain going. That seems like not a bad play. I don't watch Ted Lasso, I'm afraid. Okay. What's the play here? Battle timer off. All right, that's fine. Yeah, we could just lead to, I think just Tapu Koko lead. It's simple. It's effective. I think it works. Diancie. Okay, fine. Does Mega Diancie kill Tapu Koko with anything? Probably Earth Power. Let's look at the... yeah, let's look at Earth Power. Yeah, okay, that's super kills. All right. I think the best play then here is to U-turn into Iron Treads. Okay, you see the Mega Evolution. That's maybe a good sign. We bring in the Treads. An Earth Power here would be great if we could get that. Diamond Storm. Please don't get a defense boost. Okay, fortunate. That's good. I'm really tempted to Stealth Rock because, like, you don't stay... Okay, but if it's defensive, you actually live. Oh, but Stealth Rock would be crazy here. I don't think you ever leave it in. I'm clicking Stealth Rock. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We got him. All right. Huge stuff there. This is a bit of an awkward position. I'm tempted. I think we just go Leaves. Hopefully you don't click U-turn here. Although I don't think Iron Leaves, would you die to a U-turn Leaves? You're kind of bulky. You would die. You definitely do. Okay. Well, hopefully our Iron Leaves just doesn't get smoked here because it looks pretty good this game. Okay, Earthquake, good. Okay. You are Choice Band, right? Or is that like Soft Sand or something? No. 70. Yeah, you are Choice Band. Okay. Well, that's That's honestly fine. That is a pretty, yeah, choice band, that is, I'm okay with that. Okay, let's Psyblade. I mean, Iron Crown 4 times resists, but like we also have a Magnezone that can probably trap it pretty effectively, so I think that's okay. Wow, that is, yeah, choice band, critical hit. I mean, that's gotta be, right? Critical hit, like Adamant. I don't think, yeah, no, Adamant Soft Sand could never do that. 70, actually, hold on, it's kind of close. 71 point. Okay, that's an exact roll. That might be Adamant Soft Sand. Okay, we catch the crown coming in. Psyblade still doing a decent chunk, which is solid. I think let's just bring in the zone. This is kind of what it's here for. Let's see. Psi Noise. I'm just going to hope this thing does not have Focus Blast. Let's go for the Rising Voltage. There's the Focus Blast. Down goes Magnezone. Honestly, yeah, this is my problem with Zone. It's just like the Zone has been... It's been so bad. It's been so bad. I'm like wondering if this was like a terrible idea. Maybe, I mean, yeah, maybe we go with a Scarf set. I mean, that wouldn't have helped here, but it would help in some games. Jeez, that was brutal. Okay. Let's go Eyeball. I guess we can knock off, right? That's something. I mean, it's not, yeah, it's not great because Petrunt just kind of comes in. But, I mean, Petrunt doesn't love a Thunderbolt, actually. So we could maybe, depending on the set, we could maybe do some damage here. We could maybe 2-hit KO. If it's like a Z, no, if it's a Z. If it's, I don't know, maybe like Helmet Speedy would be ideal here. Isn't Scarf Lando a nightmare for this team? I don't think so. We've got Air Balloon Treads and a lot of Pokemon that outspeed it under E-Terrain. Okay, interesting. Going with the Diancie option. Now I think we Thunderbolt, right? Because this, well, hold on, that knockoff damage, let's see. That did 18. Did this, oh, but was that a critical hit? No, that wasn't. Okay, this is an absolutely zero bulk Diancie. This is no... How did that do so much then? Oh, because that's defense. Yeah, this is a no bulk Diancie, so we can Thunderbolt here. Ground come. Okay, this is some weird. Oh no, I see. Yeah, because you have Quark Drive with the item. Yeah. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, it's just going to attack Young Cutter, right? We can go Coco double treads. Let's just hope they don't hit another Focus Blast, I guess, or don't predict it. Cyanoid, yeah, let's go treads. Come on. Okay, good. No crazy reads. Okay, so it's almost certainly going to be it might be a sack, might be a Lando switch. I'm going to hope Stone Edge hits. I think that's the best move here. Okay, we do indeed hit the Stone Edge. We get a critical hit, which did not matter in the slightest. And then in comes the Landorus. I think I just go for some chip damage on this with Stone Edge. I think that's the best thing I can do. Oh no. Why is it clicking Rock Polish, guys? I think that's it. I think we lose. Yeah, I think we lose. I mean, it's Adamant. Can Iron Boulder outspeed? It can, barely. So, okay, we gotta think fast then. Could Iron Valiant come in here and survive an Earthquake without a critical hit? No. Okay, yeah, no, we lose then. This is over. What do we have to do? Can we critical hit a Stone Edge with Treads? This is a no bulk Landorus. Critical hit, no. So we need to rapid spin into a Stone Edge critical hit. So let's go for it. But actually, will I outspeed at that point? If Landorus is this, and I've got a speed boost with the Cork Drive, I do not. So I'd have to hope it's not like max speed for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I think we're toast. I'm gonna try this, but I think we're smoked. Yeah, I mean, well, yeah. I mean, okay, we can try Iron Valiant. We just die though. I guess GG. Like, I mean, we could have, if Iron Leaves didn't get critical hit, we would be, you know, alive and able to take an EQ. But well, yeah, there we go. Okay, that was terrible. That sucked. I hated it. That was super unfortunate and involved a ton of RNG. Not much to say. I mean, that's and a set that absolutely nobody uses. Okay, yeah, but I mean, that happens. All right, Iron, this looks like a pretty good matchup for us. I mean, we have, yeah, like Iron Leaves with terrain up pretty much kills everything. And once the Corviknight's dead. So let's go Coco to start off. And Earthquake is a small chance to kill. I think we Hidden Power Ice. Okay, goes for that. All right, that's, yeah, fine. I'll go into Treads here. It's not worth. Okay, let's go for the Stealth Rock. Tangrowth enters. All right. Yeah, actually, we don't have anything great for Tangrowth. I could go into Iron Valiant, but I don't really want to let that take a bunch of damage at this stage. Okay, you definitely don't click a ground move. I think I can go into Magnezone here, actually. Knock. Okay, that's kind of unfortunate, but not that big of a deal. And then I can Volt Switch here. Okay, Claude comes in, fine. Could go Iron. Let's go Iron Leaves. I think we can get this started. Hopefully not. I'm playing maybe a little bit impatient, but okay, it worked out for us. So let's just go for the Psy Blade. Okay, taking a ton of damage, obviously. And let's go for it again. Helmet, Tangrowth, we got to be careful about that, though, letting this thing get its health back up. Let's go into zone. Okay. Let's go into Treads on what I expect will be an Earthquake, and then maybe double to Iron Valiant. Okay, and that can, never mind. We will Rapid Spin here. Yeah, in comes the Tangrowth. A little bit frustrating. I want to bring in Tapu Koko just so we can get the terrain started again. Could also go Zone. Again, let's go Tapu Koko. I don't think another knockoff comes off here. Synthesis. That's not good. Okay, let's U-turn. Claude enters. Okay, leaves again. This, we should get a kill here. We should get a kill here. Corviknight enters. This will die. I wouldn't worry about the stall matchup. I warned you, Pinka, lol. So I'm currently winning, just to let you know. Like, this game is going well, as it is colloquially described. So I'm doing fine. Let's Psy Blade. Yeah. What did you warn me about, Harry Shell? If you could remind me, that would be great. All right. Remember to like if you're enjoying. Okay, at this point, I think we can just Iron Boulder our way through the team. So, but do we want to be? I mean, if we get hit with an Avalanche here, that would suck. Probably the right play is to be like just a little bit patient, and we can go into Iron Valiant here. All right, let's go for a nice little knockoff. Claude enters, cool. That's a good knockoff to get. I mean, CC kind of. Can we go? Let's go. We can go hard into Boulder here. I think is a fine play. Yeah, and now Psycho Cut's looking fantastic. Loving that lack of contact. Dozo enters, fine. This is a very nice Tapu Koko moment. Let's just get that terrain started again. Curse. We can U-turn here. Cool. We catch the Tangrowth. Iron Leaves time. Big Psyblade coming out. Do you have any times where this game has made you genuinely angry? Possible rage? Like really, not. I mean, whenever I'm really, really angry, it's not the game. It's something else that's bothering me, and then I made the mistake of playing Showdown. Like, I think that's with most people that like rage at games. It's not really the game. It's just they're not happy. They're dissatisfied with life, and it kind of manifests in that way. GG, there's the stall matchup. Absolutely destroyed. Yeah. Yeah, that rock polish land, that was rough. That was rough. But like that's not a common thing at all. Okay. Okay, we're facing unknown. Cool. Have fun. Yeah, actually let's also try Scarf on this. And I think we go Modest, I'm going to say. I think that makes us fast enough. What does that hit? Magnezone, Modest Zone. Please outspeed. Oh, come on, it ties. All right, I think that's fine. Okay. Okay, so we're finally going to get to test against King Gambit, which is good. I think I want to start with just Tapu Koko. I'm expecting a Clefable. Well, I'm expecting a Clefable lead. I could lead with Zone, but there's a chance it'll be Garchomp. So I think we can hedge our bets with Koko. Okay, Lando lead. Yeah, that's fair. Nothing too crazy about a Lando lead. Can't be too surprised about that. Landra's still not great every time we see it. We can go treads. It's a temporary kind of solution. Let's see. Okay. Obviously that's nice. Let's go for Stealth Rock here. This Lando may only have U-turn to touch us. What in the Gen 6 team is this? Yeah, there are some Gen 6 staple. I mean, Moltres was not really a thing in Gen 6. Otherwise, though, definitely some things coming up. Okay, Iron Leaves time. This is the perfect Pokemon to enter on. Please don't be like Choice Specs Air Slash. That would be really upsetting. Moltres. Okay, Wild Charge just kills. Let's do that. Cool. Moltres down. We get burned instantly, which is annoying, obviously. That's very annoying, but well, what are you going to do? Now we have a sack for something. Landorus enters. Okay. I don't think it'll be an Earthquake here. I don't really want to... Normally I'd go into Iron Valiant here, but it just looks so good. I don't really want to let it take any unnecessary damage. So I think... I don't really want to let Treads lose the balloon either, though. Like, maybe Boulder? Boulder just doesn't... I'm actually going to go Boulder. This seems like a crazy play, but it's just not really a good Pokemon here. Okay, Swords Dance. That's interesting. So, all right, let's just Mighty Cleave. I mean, if this is no bulk, this has a chance to kill. And is this a high critical hit move? It is not. So we probably don't kill, but we'll probably do a good chunk. Okay, cool. I'm happy with that. Landorus, very chipped. Could go Treads, could go Ival. I think I like... It was good. I think I go into Treads here and we Rapid Spin. Okay, Garchomp. See, I find that to be a weird play. Garchomp. I did not. Yeah, because like Landorus is dead. There's you don't you don't have any removal other than maybe the Landorus itself, and it's not boots. So that was kind of a weird switch. I mean, I guess keeping the sack can definitely be valuable, but into an offensive Garchomp, I don't know about that. Because this is going to this is an offensive set. We can see based on the damage. So let's Earthquake, right? Okay, Mega. So maybe like a Flamethrower coming off here. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, okay, no, that makes more sense. All right. Tapu Koko is looking pretty fire. At this point, we can go in with the Hidden Power Ice. And yeah, there's not really a great response from our opponent there. Actually, though, what I think I'll do instead, I think I'll go Tapu Koko and I'll U-turn on what I expect will be the Clefable. Okay, Landorus enters. Sure, fine. It's a good time to use that sack. I can get behind that. Have you ever been stream sniped? I'm afraid many a time. Yes, that's definitely happened. Magnezone taking ground damage just feels wrong. I think Magnezone deserves Levitate. That would be a huge buff and a very deserved one. Like, get rid of Analytic. Give it love. Okay. You don't kill with a choice. So I don't really know what this is. I'm going to just Thunderbolt. Okay, flip turn. Fair enough. Okay, we're gaming. Let's Hidden Power Ice. Okay, not going to overthink this. Keldeo, I don't think you kill with a Hydro Pump still. Oh no, you do. You super do kill. Okay, so then we sack the Iron Leaves, and who knows? Maybe it'll miss one. Let's go for I think the Wild Charge kills here. Very likely to kill and hits the King Gambit. And there's the miss. This is why Hydro Pump is terrible. And I almost never run it. Okay. Now this is a perfect Magnezone opportunity. We just win the game with Rising Voltage. Have I ever gotten paid actors before? Never. Even background footage. Well, actually, that's not for some background footage. If I'm trying to show like a very specific situation, or I need, like for the video I did on Breaking Course, I needed a ton of games against stall teams, and I'm just not just gonna like queue up on ladder until I face like 100 stall teams. So that I played against someone. But no, like I rarely do setup games, and when I do, it's like to display a specific thing. So for streams, absolutely never. For background footage, almost never. All right, let's go for the Rise. Okay, yeah. That was a fair play, like trying to catch the Steel move, but no, I have Rising Voltage, so there is no point in using a Steel move. That'll be GG. Leaves has been pretty good. I think we got to give it some respect for that. Leaves has not been bad. Mega Magnezone should have like Levitate and Magnet Pull combined. I agree. That would be pretty cool. What would be overall better on Magnezone, Levitate or Magnet Pull? Well, it's hard to say because it would just kind of change the way Magnezone functions. Like I think it would be now like a max HP invested, like bulky choice specs user. So it would just have a very different role. But I think Levitate would be better. I think Levitate would make it actually like just have so much defensive utility that you could effectively use it. It wouldn't need to trap to be good. Okay, but now we're Choice Scarf. We should make this timid, shouldn't we? I'm looking at that Garchomp and I'm like, what am I doing? Okay. So no. Well, what am I saying? No, I mean, no, I know they do have Dark type. Okay. Iron Valiant looks great. Got to be wary of... Actually, no, Trace doesn't work on Quark Drive, which is terrible, too. Like, what an unnecessary nerf. Yeah, that was just awful. That's a shame what they did. Like, you can't trace Quark Drive and Photosynthesis. Like, why? It's not a hard ability. That was Trace just got totally gutted this generation by that, and it's sad to see. Oh, like not paid actors, not as in you acted and told them to, but they just went through the game? Probably. I mean, I'm sure someone's done that. Okay, let's look at this. Yeah, so I want to start with just chipping the Mew, but I think Iron Valiant looks so good, I'd be a fool not to just get Electric Terrain going right away. I know I keep like making this play over and over, like this just getting Electric Terrain going, but it's a good play. I mean, it works, you know, if it ain't broke. And I will say the one resist to Moonblast is Celesteela, and we do have that Magnezone. Magnezone set, we're changing it to Choice Scarf. We were trying Choice Specs, but it just kept getting outsped. It kept dying. How does it feel to be famous? I'm definitely not famous. But it feels great that I can play games and people want to see that. And that I can, like, you know, make enough to keep me out of like retail jobs. That's super cool. So I really like that, and I'm very grateful. All right, I feel like we kind of just go Iron Leaves and like Throat Chop. Seems good. I mean, it's just probably just going to be like a hazard lead situation. So I can, but there's no ghost type, so I can just remove with Treads later. I think Iron Leaves is fine for now. Hopefully this doesn't do anything annoying. Yeah, just Stealth Rock. That's about what I expected. And we can just Throat Chop here to kill this thing. Coco U-turn did more than I thought. Huh. Yeah, that is a surprising amount of damage. Like a no bulk Mew is taking... That's crazy. It's taking like 35 potentially from a Tapu Koko U-turn uninvested. I guess Tapu Koko does have a higher attack stat than special attack. Yeah, it's actually, yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, in comes the Gren. Yeah, this, like loaded dice could get bad here. Nothing else could really get that bad. I don't want to go into Ival because if I mispredict and it turns out to be a water move, that's really bad. I maybe just stay in the Throat Chop. I'm okay, we see Protean and not going to, oh, we get frozen. Okay. That's obviously annoying. I think I can just Throat Chop again. We can sack. All right, so let's check that Ice Beam damage. I'm pretty sure that is, yeah, like looking like maybe Scarf. Let's just go Treads. We can get these hazards off. We can Stealth Rock. Yeah. Guy named Bryson. Yes, I appreciate all the members. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Okay, yeah. Choice Scarf confirmed. Please don't freeze me again. Okay, cool. We did not get frozen. We did 25 with a Rapid Spin, which I think was a higher roll. Okay, no, pretty middle of the road. 75% chance to kill with Earthquake. I think we've got to go for that. With the critical hit chance, yeah, let's go for the Earthquake. Please kill. Okay, great. We got the roll. And in comes Celesteela. Okay, this is actually, I'm a little bit worried. Well, Flamethrower does not kill Magnezone yet, surely, right? Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, so I think we go into the zone here. Yeah, it had Earthquake. Okay. Well, alrighty then. Okay. I don't know what to say to that. That's not good, obviously. I can say that. Okay, let me think about what we need to win this game. What could win this game? Does Iron Valiant die? I mean, he'll die to like a heavy slam or something. Iron Boulder. Okay, here's maybe the idea. I think we maybe go. It'll just be a trouble if we have enough turns. This might be a totemize though. If it ends, yeah, because that could be bad too. If it starts clicking that. This is tricky. I did not think we'd see a physical Celestial with Earthquake coming out. I don't know what the best play is here. I think let's try this angle. This was probably, I don't know. I think I was so shocked by this because I think this actually might be a mistake because if it's a totemize, we're destroyed. This is the best play if it's not a totemize, but it's hard to say that. These physical ones really want coverage, I feel like. I don't know. We'll see. If it's a totemize, I think we lose. So this probably wasn't the best play. But that just really threw a wrench in my plans. I did not see that coming. Be ZEQ, fly heavy slam. Okay. Yeah, Z fly, that would be interesting. Okay, it clicks Earthquake. All right, so I think that was the best possible outcome. I go Coco now, and we Thunderbolt. Actually, I don't know if we can win here. I think I can. I think I can. Okay, so I'm going to use T-Bolt here. I die to the Celesteela. Okay, it's pretty bulky. Wow, yeah, all right. I mean, I have to go Iron Valiant and Thunderbolt here. Okay, and then I have to switch into Boulder on the Gardevoir, and then I guess I think we lose. Okay, Cure. I don't know what we're doing. Maybe it's AV. I don't really understand this, so I'm just going to close combat there. Cool. That was totally not the play. You go into... What are you doing? I have no idea what my opponents... If they went into Gardevoir and forced me out, I'm pretty sure they won the game. This is just... I have no idea what they're doing. I'm so lost. This is a paid actor situation. Like, what? Okay. All right. I mean... Okay, I mean, yeah, the opponent just decided, you know what, winning is not all that, losing is where it's at. Let me play to lose. I can't believe there's no way they thought that was a good idea. Here's what they should have done. What they should have done, they could have, after the Celesteela died to the Iron Valiant, you go into Gardevoir, Hyper Voice the incoming Iron Boulder, let the Kyurem die, go into Garchomp, Earthquake, and then, well, it would have been... Yeah, I think that would have worked. The sequence they just did definitely was never going to work. Okay, we see no Dark type, so I'm liking the look of Crown. We see a Rillaboom. Obviously not what we want to see. Let's be aware of that. We do have a Hidden Power Ice Zone. How much is that doing to like a Landorus? Can we... Kills offensive Landorus, so that's kind of cool. We don't really want to activate those T-Spikes either. We can maybe... I think we can lead with Zone. I think is a fine play here. Okay, so we see the Heatran. Let's Volt Switch in. Okay. Oh, that's not good. I guess Boulder. I mean, yeah, Boulder's the only thing that doesn't die here, so we kind of have to go into that. Let's Mighty Cleave. Let's see. Please don't be like max defense leftovers. Okay, it does appear to be quite defensive. Is it? Yeah, that's defensive. Okay. Jeez. Like, I don't want to go Coco and just die to an Earthquake. But if they U-turn and bring in the Heatran, we lose. So, like, let's go into Treads, and I'm going to hope they click Earthquake. If they U-turn here, we lose another Pokemon. Okay, thank heavens we got that one. I've got a Rapid Spin here, so we don't just instantly let something die to the Heatran. Okay, Smackdown, obviously not great, but that's fine. That Rapid Spin did 17%. Stone Edge not killing, unfortunately. We can go for the Stealth Rock. Hazards are very important. Okay, in comes Goldango. This is the only resist to Mighty Cleave, so I am super down to click Earthquake on this. Let's see what's going to happen to us. Focus Blast, yeah, of course. I don't know why Focus Blast has just become like the move to run, but it has. Let's Thunderbolt here. Mag is Scarf, yeah. Yeah, Zone has been pretty terrible. But at the same time, it's like if we face a Kingambit, we can't just say like, oh, well, I guess we lose. But you know what we could maybe do is run like a different Pokemon. Like, we could run like a Probopass. Okay, Rillaboom. Do we die to a Glide? We do not. So the play is definitely to U-turn. I think we go into Iron Valiant. I don't think they would hammer here. I'm predicting a U-turn. But it's just going to go into Heatran and destroy us. Can Iron Boulder? Okay, Gardevoir. That's better. That's better. That is not an instant loss for us. I think the play here is... Oh, no, but then we can't really afford to let Leaves get chipped because then Rillaboom destroys us. So maybe I do just have to Moonblast here. Or we could go into this potentially. The Gardevoir... Oh, but then we don't have anything to take an Eruption. How valuable is Iron Valiant is another question. I feel like Iron Valiant is the most expendable of our Pokemon at this point. So I am just going to stay in Moonblast. And we get Hyper Voice because this person knows how to click Hyper Voice and not just sack everything they have. Good to see. I think it's Boulder. I think it's got to be Boulder Mighty Cleave. Makes the most sense here. I mean, yeah, Zone in that endgame did okay, but like any Pokemon could have done that and done fine. Yeah, Zone has been dying Zone has been like a professional at getting one shot. It's been really bad. Okay, up go the T-Spikes. Heatran enters. So, I mean, right, so, okay, we got a max special attack investment. It's probably going to be timid, but we don't know. Likely looking to click Flash Cannon here, which doesn't kill. Our Mighty Cleave, though, against a 0 bulk Heatran is, I mean, it's not killing either. So, I mean, I think we have to Mighty Cleave anyway. Okay, Earth Power, that's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. That's okay, because we can go Leaves here, which will take basically 0. Is that the right play? I think it has to be. I think we need that around. Okay. Yeah, we have the Side Blade. Okay, there it goes. If the Heatran comes in, I'm swapping in Coco. Okay, in comes Gardevoir. Psyblade does not kill. Let's check Tapu Koko. How much you taking here, buddy? You're dying. Okay, so let's think about this. If I go Tapu Koko, sack it, then go into Leaves and click Psyblade. And then let's say they sack Gardevoir. And they go into Heatran, click a Fire move. Yeah, I think I lose that. So I could Psyblade here. All right, I think my best chance with this game is to turn it into a 50-50. What I can do here is I can Psyblade, then go Tapu Koko and U-turn, which will force in the Rillaboom. Or is that a 50-50, or does that just make me lose? How much is my Tapu Koko doing? Okay, no, that is a 50-50. Okay, so I think that's the play. Let's Psyblade here. Hyper Voice, yeah. Okay, then I go Tapu Koko and we U-turn here. Yep. Here we go. Let's try. Okay, we got that part right. Now I think we need to... Or actually, hold on. Based on that glide damage, can I Thunderbolt here? And would that work? I think it would. Yeah, because we don't die to... Yeah, so I can Thunderbolt here. Making throw, I'm not throwing. Yeah, I think this is the right play. Okay, that's fine, I think. Oh, you're not... oh, I should have known by the cal. It's not bad. Okay, sorry. That's my bad. We lose. Yeah, had I clicked HP Ice there, we would have won. Yeah, just like, I don't know. Something about my... I guess, yeah, I should have just noticed that. Did way too little. Yeah, my bad. Should have noticed that. It was not banded. That was a throw. Okay. I mean, yeah. Choice specs. Yeah. Eruption Heatran is terrible news for this team. Plus Rillaboom. That was and the zone. Yeah. Had I known it was that Heatran set, we could have played differently around it with Boulder and such, but I didn't know. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Looks like a very much Iron Leaves game. I think we want to just start with the classic here. Actually, let's start with Zone so I can potentially Hidden Power Ice them out. Okay, are we gonna? Is the same thing going to happen? Let's Volt Switch into Boulder and let's see. It's a nut. Like okay, like there's no way, surely, right? But okay, yeah, but there's another one. That's super annoying. Let's go into Tapu Koko here and U-turn. Okay. Critical hit, that was. So this is defensive. That is probably very, very defensive. Iron Leaf Psyblade still does a ton of damage, but does not quite kill. You wouldn't Woodhammer there because you could die to the Iron Crown. That was the 50-50 in the last game. Okay. I'm going to assume this has like some defense EVs and we have a better chance of killing with Sideblade because after the start, I don't think... Okay, it's leftovers. All right. I'm trying my best, guys, but like this is just... Yeah. This is not going well. Yeah, I mean, we don't kill. Let's go... I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you guys. I mean... Let's go Iron Valiant on the U-turn. And then we can go... The Venusaur will come in, probably. And then we can go Treads on what I hope is a Sludge Bomb. And then we can swap Iron Leaves in on the Giga Drain. That's the idea. I've got to make a lot of plays because we're obviously in a terrible spot. Yeah, okay. Okay, the gaming did succeed. The gaming did succeed. Let's go for a side blade here. Probably Landorus. Okay, just sacking the Venusaur. That's not the play I would have made, but to each their own. They now have a real problem with Iron Valiant, so that's good news for us. That's really good news. Okay, in comes Boulder on the overheat. We take that, honestly, with flying colors. That actually took it very, very well. Could Mighty Cleave. Could go into Ivel as well. Could go Treads. I think we kind of need to chip the Mola at some point. But that's not doing very much. I think that's gonna lead to us getting flip turned. We could go Iron Leaves here, but does that kill the Mola with Wild Charge? Has a chance to, not a great one. At least chips it more, I guess. This is what you can say. By the way, I don't think they have Eruption, which I feel like they just don't know that this gets Eruption, which makes me a little bit suspicious about sniping, because it's like, if this was not a newly built team, surely you know Heatran gets... But then, like, if they sniped by watching the Heatran last game, they should know it has Eruption. So I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know what's going on. I mean, yeah. Yeah, Treads is not bad here, but it's not great either, because that gets us our air balloon popped, and then, yeah. Let's go Leaves, and we'll just try to like Wild Charge the Mola. I think that's the best thing we can do. Okay, we see the Protect come out. That actually works out. That allows us to reset terrain on a good turn. Okay, that's fine. Probably in comes the Heatran. But Iron Valiant is looking very nice. Let's go Boulder here. Yep, there's the overheat. As expected, let's bring in the Iron Valiant here, probably on the incoming Mola. If we get predicted, we get predicted. Let's see. Okay, good. Let's just go for the Thunderbolt. Yeah, there's the Protect as expected. Let's go for the Thunderbolt again. I think it'll probably not switch. Okay, I wish I'd seen that one coming. That would have been really great to get. Let's go for Moonblast here. We need to chip this Landorus somehow. Ideally, we don't get Earthquaked here, but I mean, nothing we can really do. We've got to chip this somehow. And wow, how did that do that much? Okay, I guess this is not defensive. I don't know how it took that little from a critical hit U-turn earlier then. Well, that's really bad. Our Iron Valiant just lost a lot more health than I thought it would. And we probably lose now. Do they sack their Landorus here? I'm going to go for an aggressive CC because we're in that kind of position. Okay, looks like we catch the Blissey and we kill that critical hit. I don't know if that mattered. I think probably. But let me, I'm curious. Yeah, that probably mattered. If it was a standard Blissey, that mattered. Mola now permanently shuts down our Iron Valiant. Yeah. Let's go leaves. I don't think it'll flip turn. Okay, cool. It went for the protect. The coward's choice. Let's wild charge. Actually, no. I think I swap. Because wild charge doesn't like really do anything to Mola. Let's swap Coco here. That was a really bad protect. There was really no reason not to click flip. I guess they're afraid of Leaf Blade. That's actually a valid reason. I'll go for the Thunderbolt here. Okay, Landorus comes in. They should be scared of Hidden Power Ice. I'm going to U-turn. Oh, why did you stay in? Okay, well, let's hope they don't. Let's hope they Earthquake. Okay, they just clicked. They clicked Earthquake. That's good news. Let's Side Blade here. Even if Heatran enters, it'll take a ton of damage. I don't know why you stay in there, though. That would have been, like, I think that was game over if Landorus got Hidden Power Iced. Okay, I don't know why they have... They seem to, like, not care about preserving Landorus, which is so weird, because that's, like, kind of important here. But, okay, what do we sack? Probably Ival. Probably Ival. Yeah, I think it's got to be Ival. Treads needs... We can, I mean, if we get Ice Spinner, we kill our terrain. That's really not what we want. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, we got a miss. That's actually really nice. Definitely, I think definitely a Thunderbolt here. We want to catch the Mola. Okay, good play, I guess. Yeah, that got me. All right. Mola's coming in here. I think this is where I go into Treads. I think we have to do that now. I think we're at that point. I mean, let's Rapid Spin here. I'm expecting a flip turn. Anything other than flip turn here would be insane. Wish is weird. I'll go for Stealth Rock. I think that's a weird wish. Like healing up the Heatran, I don't think gets you that. I mean, it's actually it's not bad. It's not bad, but it doesn't get you that much. I don't think. Okay, yeah. So you're just going to not use it. Yeah, that's a play. Okay. I mean, if it's Iron Defense, I think we lose right here. Let's see though. Yeah, that's not good. It's not a good sign. Okay, it's super slow Zamazenta. We may be saved. That's really slow. It's like max HP in defense or something like that. I really don't want to sack Coco because I think we kind of... I think I have to, though. I think I have to. Okay, Iron Leaves. How much are you doing if this thing... Because this is like max defense. That did a ton of damage. It's probably max HP, max defense. How much are you doing to this thing? How much is it doing to you if it uses +2? Okay, it probably kills. If it clicks that, do you kill with a Side Blade? Yes, actually. That's kind of crazy. Okay, good. Okay, I think I see a path to win. It's not going to be easy, but I think it works. If they stall with Substitute, I think that would destroy my plan, though. So hopefully they don't do that. It's so slow. That's Zamazenta. I mean, okay. That was... Why did you forfeit? You killed everything with overheat. You had 3 of them left. Everything died to over. Why did you give up there? Like, okay, GG, but like, why? All right, let's see if Magnezone can do something once. Okay, it's against the stall again. All right, have fun. Let's lead Treads. It's probably just going to be a Gly score. Yeah, okay. I'll go right into, I think right into Iron Valiant is probably best here. Okay, interesting. I would happily knock this off. That would be huge. Okay, yeah, fair enough. They want to get out of that. Okay, that's honestly fine. I think I can actually go Boulder here on like the almost certain protect, and then go for a nice Mighty Cleave. They might even, yeah, they didn't. So they forgot about Mighty Cleave having the protect bypass, and Gliscor's dead. So very good news there. Tangrowth enters. All right. I mean, let's just go zone. Let's just see what happens, see what this thing's got. Okay. I'm happy to get knocked off there. I don't think these things typically run Earthquake, so let's just go for Hidden Power Ice. Okay, we got Clodsire in the house. I'll go into Boulder. I think that's fine. Let's see. We got Earthquake. Okay, that's okay. Let's it's Psycho Cut the Tangrowth. Yeah, for that non-contact. Let's go into zone again. Okay. Here, I think let's bring in the Tapu Koko. And I'm going to U-turn. And I'm a little worried about Toxic here. So I think I'm going to go into... I think Boulder is fine here. Okay, just Earthquake. All right. Yeah, that did surprise me. All right, let's Side Blade. Okay, Clodsire Sack. That is definitely not the move. This super dies. I don't know, like, you can be... I mean, I think even absolute max, you're dying, I think. Yeah, 81% chance you die if you are an absolute maxed out Blissey. Goodbye. I mean, it's just one stall team we've seen multiple times. It's not many stall teams. Because of Rising Voltage here, we can just stay in. Okay, we critical hit and one-hit KO a defensive Tangrowth. That felt fun. Good game. Yeah, that was obviously, yeah. Stall matchup, pretty good. Iron Leaves definitely... Like, the Iron Leaves has been good. It's just like... It's so inconsistent if you don't have something to kill King Gambit. And... yeah, I don't know. Like, I love how well it's doing, but... We've been running into I think, like a pretty well below average number of King Gambit. Yeah, like King Gambit 12. Actually, I mean, I guess that's not that much. But I don't know. Like, there's so many really, really good electric terrain abusers. I feel like it's very, very hard to justify. Let's try some different sets here. Let's try some things out. We might as well. We might as well try some different things out. So let's go with the Magnezone set we changed. Let's try Roost and, I don't know, like Discharge or something. Let's go with that. And then a defense. This is no, but like we've been using Hidden Power Ice pretty heavily, haven't we? I feel like that's going to suck. Let's try we can try the Life Orb set on Boulder. And over, what do we put for CC, or is it over Earthquake? Probably we go Swords Dance over Earthquake. We can try this. Yeah, but like the problem is like Iron Leaves is doing well, but I think to justify Iron Leaves with all the other great Cork Drive Pokemon that are out there, you need like a Kingambit removal process. And the only way to reliably do that is with Magnezone, but Magnezone has just been horrible. It's been so bad. Okay. We're facing another Scarf Heatran. So, all right, there we go. That's fun. And yeah, I wish we had Choice Band on Iron Boulder for this. Let's start with Boulder, because it's probably going to be Heatran lead. Yeah. So we don't die to anything, so they'll probably want to get out of this situation. Go into Landorus, which we could go into Iron Valiant and Moonblast. That seems pretty good. Let's do that. Glamora. Okay, that I didn't see that coming. I don't like that. I mean, we can CC. We could Thunderbolt twice. Kind of. Let's go Magnezone. Okay. Honestly, clicking Flash Can on a Rillaboom is probably the most Magnezone is doing this game. Okay, we've got an AV Rilla in the house. Good to know. Good info. All right. Our Choice Scarf is gone. Let's go for a Volt Switch here. Okay, this thing's really slow. I guess Coco. Okay, goes for the U-turn. So that is that is super bulky. Wow. All right. I'm going to go Boulder, even though it might predict with the Earth Power here. I think we just have to be ready for the Eruption. Yeah, there's the Eruption. I mean, I don't know what I can do. I'm going to Swords Dance this time because it was Glamora last time, which I think is a super weird play. But okay, now I can Mighty Cleave. Also, I'm thinking we actually go Earthquake because I forgot about how huge Goldengo is. So let's go with that instead. All right, Glamora dies. T-Spikes go up, so we want to deal with that ASAP. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. Like, I guess Magnezone. I mean, but I guess Magnezone. Let's go in here. We can Hidden Power Ice, and then we can let Heatran kill us. Yep. Adios. Yep. There you go. Okay. Boulder comes in. They should be afraid of CC. They probably go into, I'm going to say, Landorus. So how do we answer that? I guess I can go into Treads. Okay, Gold. Yeah, that's not good. So, I mean, this thing has Focus Blast. This is such a bad match. We got the Glamora, we got the Scarf Heatran, we got the... Like, what is the... I don't know. I don't think it's a snipe, but this is a super bad matchup. Yeah. This is not so good. What's the most expendable? What can I do? I don't know. This feels so hopeless. I think I have to just hope it misses Focus Blast. I think that's where we're at. Okay, hold on. That's one. I think we need two. So let's go for another one. I think we need two. We live. We survived. I'm gonna do like the waiting trick here and just like pause for a second, make them think like I might be about to make a crazy rapid spin read. This team honestly feels very fraudulent and carried by bad playing from opponents. I agree. We're 7-2. This should not be 7-2. We've had throws. We've had tons of really close games. We've had opponents throw end games multiple times. Yeah, this is not a good team. Magnezone is just not... I thought it would be... I think it was a cool idea, and I'm glad I tried it, but I think the conclusion is just that Magnezone is really bad. All right, cool. We kill the gold. What do we do here? guess sack leaves, probably, right? Yep, I don't know. I'm doing all I can, which is not much. Can we go treads and remove the T-spike, or does that even matter? Could I Swords Dance here and then kill the Landorus? I forget what Landorus this set was. No, I don't think there's any way to win this game. It's slow. Was it slow pivot Rilla last time? Maybe it was. I think it probably was. Okay, I think I go treads here on the Landorus, and then we have to rapid spin, and then I can try to play some games with Tapu Koko pivoting. I think that's all I can do. Yeah, I mean, it takes one lost read, and then it's just like you're totally smoked. I mean, I'll try, but yeah, I don't think they have no reason to leave it in here. They should just switch. Yeah, good game. I mean, yeah, this just I couldn't really do anything here. This, yeah, no, this is a, yeah, we've got like an AV super bulky Rillaboom that just like easily comes in on so much of the team and ends terrain with plus like a Scarf Eruption Heatran. Like, there's no way. This is a terrible matchup, which, you know, it happens. This team's not good. I mean, we got a lot of horrible matchups. Now, that being said, like, Scarf Heatran is, I mean, Heatran is on 7% of teams, and Choice Scarf is on 14%. So we should have faced like 0, and we faced 3. Now, you know, so that obviously wasn't great. I think we had a really rough matchup spread here. So it could be that this team is, maybe it's better than it appears, but I don't think so. Honestly, Iron Boulder, for Magnezone, for this team to have worked, for this idea to justify itself, we would have needed Magnezone to perform well in its own right, which it totally didn't. It sucked every time. So we would have needed to Magnezone to perform well as its own Pokemon, and we would have needed Iron Boulder and Iron Leaves to be really good. Iron Leaves impressed me. I could see it justifying itself. If it weren't for the existence of Kingambit, at least. The bad part, though, is I think to be any kind of consistent, Iron Leaves is kind of tied to Magnezone, which is a really bad condition to have. All of the team's issues would get solved by replacing Zone with Raging Bolt. See, no. Here's the problem with that. The problem with that is now we have 2 Pokemon on the team that just get smoked by a Pursuit Kingambit. So then the question would be, well, now that Zone's gone, maybe we replace those Pursuit weak Pokemon, and then we have a standard electric terrain team. And that's kind of the point I'm making here. For this team to justify itself, Magnezone would have needed to be good, and these Pokemon would have needed to be good enough abusers that it's not worth just running a full standard team. And I think, you know, the fact that we could have just like a Hawlucha on here and like a Raging Bolt and, you know, Iron Valiant and like even stuff like Iron Hands, like they're just the Iron Moth. There are better Quark Drive Pokemon that don't get totally destroyed by Kingambit. So this is just a worse than a standard electric terrain team. Magnezone needed to be better, and it wasn't. So yeah, unfortunately, I mean, that's how it is sometimes. Sometimes they conclude. I enjoy trying stuff out on these streams. It's obviously super hype and really awesome when it works well. This did not. And I think we can pretty safely conclude that Magnezone is either completely unviable, probably, or at the very least does not deserve a spot on electric terrain. I hope you guys enjoyed it nonetheless. I still had a good time. Obviously, it's frustrating when you encounter like matchups you can really do nothing about. I mean, not nothing. I could have won that game. We would have had to just play like every turn right, get every read right, and it wasn't really going to happen. So, but yeah, it's always possible. Very few matchups are truly unwinnable, but a lot of them are pretty close, and those were pretty close. But yeah, Leaves, it was good to see Leaves perform well. So that was fun to see. And it was fun just absolutely destroying that stall team twice. But okay, thank you guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time. And I think that's it. As far as the video, the video will be coming. I know it's several days late. I'm trying to think. I might even just have to like skip an upload, I'm afraid, and maybe make it just posted for the next one. I'm gonna have to see how things turn out. But I mean, with the moving and starting this new program at school, it's just been like I've had just zero time. Like I could have gotten the video done in time, but it would have involved sleeping for like 3 hours every night, and I've been already for the past several weeks pretty sleep deprived. So I'm doing my best to just kind of take care of myself and try to keep myself physically healthy. And yeah, because like in the short term, I will sacrifice my health to get a video done. If it's just like, okay, I got to stay up for this like one night, but I've been sacrificing my health, I think, too much recently. So I'm gonna just do my best to finish it in a time without making any sacrifices there. So I can't guarantee when the video will be out. I am working hard on it. Every spare moment is going toward that video, but yeah, it's a big one. It'll take a while, but I think I'm optimistic, though, that it will be good. I think it's going to be a good one. I think you guys will really enjoy it. So I'm confident that it'll be worth the wait. Anyway, thank you guys. Let's end this.